coming for him on that box. Come here.
What do you greetings, outsider? What do you want with Hanzabo? I have much more to do. Careful now. That which has some powerful mojo. You're not gonna fuel us! Nothing! Soon, you're all gonna die! You did well. This one soul is going to be a worthy offering to Guansam. Now, let's get out of here. There is a shrine up ahead called Zoba. Meet me there. Greetings, outsider.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Watch yourself. I have much more to do. Wait. Something is coming this way. Greetings. Who are you, stranger? Not a blood troll, or the spirit would have cut you down.
Forgive the intrusion, my friend. I have come with an urgent request. I will see you
What do you
later.
want with Hanzabo?
Ooh, replying to Toby in the chat, asking what server we are on. We are on Area 52 for Horde, because that's going to be one of the more populated servers. there, Josh Reader on the YouTube stream, asking, is this WoW retail or classic? I'm new and trying to decide what to play out of the two. This is retail that we're currently playing. We're actually leveling in the Battle for Azeroth expansion for the Horde side. This is a new experience for us. We've only played Alliance so far, so we haven't done any of these quests or anything, and I'm really enjoying it a lot. I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than I did Alliance side. If you're just starting out, I would recommend retail, probably, because I think a lot of systems are a lot smoother and more refined. Classic is a lot of fun. I play it too, but it definitely takes a lot more time to get into things, you know? You can get to max level in retail in, like, you know, a week or two, whereas it will take like months in classic. So, which is fine if you enjoy it, if it's kind of like the only game that you're playing. But if you have really anything else you want to do, classic will eat up all that time. So, oh no, looks like in this quest line, this woman has traded the soul of her child in order to keep living. It's gross.
Now Mother and I will be together forever. It is true. Mother did wrong. But I forgive her. Now we can spend the rest of eternity together on the other side. I hope Mother and I will see you again.
Oh, that's a mighty sword. Oh, old boy and Sam, they feeling spry now. Yeah, the powers be growing.
Josh on the YouTube stream is asking if rogues are good in game, and yes, they definitely are. You're kind of a little. We have several rogues in our guild, and we're a mythic progression guild, and they're great. They're indispensable. They're really good with shrouds for skips and dungeons. They're really good damage. And they're also really hardy too. They have a lot of ways to survive, you know. They are good. You are a little pigeonholed because all you can do is deal damage, and it's melee damage at that. And some of the fights in the current raids aren't like really melee friendly. They're more range friendly. So like most guilds will only run a handful of melee DPS, you know. Our guild's a little different in that we have way too many melee DPS right now. It's kind of slowing us down a little bit, but so for me, I'm leveling a hunter right now, but usually I play a druid main, and I like that because it lets me heal, it lets me do damage, it lets me tank. Whatever we need, I'm always useful, right? And if you're playing a rogue, you really, it's like, well, I hope we need damage because that's all I can bring, you know? But yeah, it's definitely a good pick for endgame for sure. Hello there, Timori. I'm sorry, I might mispronounce your name here, buddy. Tamori Peter in the YouTube stream. It's good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. If you're thinking about warrior, personally, I would recommend, like, if you've played both a warrior and a rogue a little bit, and you kind of like both, and you're trying to decide between the two of them, I would recommend warrior. They do just as good damage as a rogue does. They're pretty hardy. They, you know, about equal in terms of how survivable they are. Rogue has a few more tricks and stuff, but warrior have really great self-healing and armor. So they both do good damage. They're both pretty survivable, and you'll have a good time, easy time finding groups. And if you play a warrior and you ever decide you want to tank instead of DPS, because tanks are really in high demand, you always have that option, you know. So you just have more options with warrior, whereas rogue you can really only do the one thing. So I would recommend it. But you also say, but I like how a pally can play all the roles. My main question is, are they really good in all the roles? Yeah, that's the big difference between retail and classic currently. In classic, you were really limited a lot more by your class choice. So like a paladin could not tank as well as a warrior could, and a druid could not heal as good as a priest could. That was the design philosophy for classic. In retail, currently, every class can excel in every role of the game. You always have some that are a little better than others, you know, but like maybe a paladin heals 5% better than a druid or something like that, instead of being before where it's just like completely unviable. Now, literally every class you can take and reach end game, kill the last fight, do whatever. So yeah, that's why I personally enjoy retail. Like, there's a lot more freedom. Like, you never feel like you're being held back by your class. You can literally just play what you enjoy the most. Ooh, it looks like we're about to make a deal with the god of death. This is pretty fun. Oh, by Samdi.
What should be asking of death? Sooner or later, everyone comes to him. One Sunday, at last, you left the safety of that ruin. You look like a smart devil, yet here you be, interrupting me in my own temple. I give you this one chance to submit to the blood god. Surrender or be destroyed. No one be telling one Sunday what to do. So, you think you have what it takes to face me, little G? Bold words, but you be meeting the same fate as I, who refuse Gahul. Rise, minions, rise and destroy this fool Loa. Champion, deal with the dastard. Your soul for Gahul! Them a go fall at a true loss. Master, grant me your kingdom! You won this battle, but you can't hide here forever. Soon as you leave, you die. Such audacity! An attack in my own temple? Goodness me. Me go and be mighty sorry. Mighty sorry. Don't you be forgetting our deal now. Keep sending souls to Buan Sandy. If you want to keep the faith. Greetings, outsider. You need Levu. Take it easy. No worries, my friend. Is that all?
Stay hydrated, homies.
So you will need to pick right one. Trust me. This will work. There. You have the spirit of a blood troll within you. The magic will transform you when you get near their village. Once you get near the camp, you will be transformed into one of them. But be careful, this disguise is not perfect.
Ooh, I be a blood troll, man. I'm spooky looking.
Bring more to my lair. I must commune with the master.
Watch yourself now. I listen to your mother. I be going now.
Damn, what you doing all that ass?
How are we going to get out of this one? Be wary of the blood troll.
Oops.
I hate blood trolls. Try. What are you doing? Your disguise
I'm done.
is gone. Why does mine still work? I think this changes things. Watch yourself now. I need you alive. Be wary of the blood trolls.
Alright, so we are getting talismans to poison Aloha. Tell you, I'm super into this troll lore out here. I'm really excited. We're working on unlocking Zandalari trolls currently, because that's what I intend to be once we faction change to Horde at the end of the expansion. As I understand it, there's a couple different things you need for that to happen. Switch be teleporting on me, man. We need to complete the war campaign, which we have not even started yet. We also need to complete the main storylines in each zone, which is what we're working on right now. Fortunately, that doesn't seem to take terribly long. First of all, the questing in BFA in general is just a lot quicker than it used to be, you know? And on top of that, we have flying unlocked, which just makes it super easy to just fly to a place, get your objective, and then fly back out. Ooh, roasted Rakdaman. Don't mind if I do. Alright, these are bats I need to test poison on, huh? Oh, poor bats. Oh, we got spotted. One of the nice things about playing hunters, and one of the reasons I played one for so long back in Legion, oops, didn't mean to shoot that guy, is you can have your pet work on killing some things, and while it's killing them, you can go ahead and do quest objectives. Come on. I'm getting attacked. Okay, got it. Alright, I gotta poison one more bat, and I gotta get this talisman, which is in here. Blood Witch Vashira. I kind of wish I had leveled a Horde character sooner, because you learn so much more about the story of BFA and what's going on the Horde side than you do at Alliance. Like, you learn about Cahoon and his whole importance, and the Loa and Bwansamdi and what's going on with all that. Alliance side just kind of goofs around. Like, we have our little witch story, but it doesn't really show up in the main storyline of BFA. All these poor raptors that got eaten up. Okay, there be my Batman. Ah, and Bwansamdi is just the coolest character they've ever had in a while.
How are we going to get out of this one?
Alright, bracers or trinket. We'll do the trinket.
Try to come back.
Ooh.
I alone shall deal with you.
It's Eric! This is it. Either the plan works or we are dead.
Yikes. Zoink, Scoob.
Be wary of the blood trolls.
My faithful. Stay your hand. Come forth, defilers, and meet your end.
I'm feeling stabby.
Ha-ha! It's working! Keep stabbing! Keep stabbing! My master's power flows through me. He deserves me of joy, but shall end now. I will feast upon your broken bones. You are strong, but none stand against the might of a lower.
Yeep.
Get down! Harik is coming! Oh, that bravado. Only to die in my lair. I shall consume the remains. I recover. Good. He believes we are dead. We need a new plan. Try you go on. I will leave. I just need time. I need to start taking better care of this. I will feast upon your flesh and offer your soul to my master.
Sir Gahoon! You cannot pay for this insult! After Zuldazar, the Horde be next. You dare kill our Lua? We're gonna hunt you down, torture, and bleed you dry. Can't stop what's coming. No hope for Zuldazar. No hope for you. Gahoon wakes! Gahoon rises!
Be wary, blood troll.
It's a cute little bat.
Where? You came back alive. No, you did what? But it is not permitted to. You are not to be killing Loa. What do you need? Is that all?
Turn power into the frogs, bring the boom, and everything attained.
I fight to protect those who cannot defend themselves. May your vessels be adorned with the scar. You are telling me that you got from Sandi's aid and killed Hyrik? Amazing. But we have work to do. This leads to Loa. We must join the Tortolans on their pilgrimage to see Torva, the turtle lord.
Okay, fine. You can come along. But keep
There
the
is much
noise
to
down.
do.
This is a
Speak
pilgrimage,
quickly.
not a party.
May one someday see your enemies
Fine,
before
go.
you see
I have
them.
things to do.
So Toby in the Twitch stream asks, what's the benefit of our guild going one faction over another? And the answer is a social one. It's not so much like the racials aren't particularly better Horde side or Alliance side. They used to be, but so story time. So going back to like Burning Crusade, Horde had better racials for raiding, right? So a lot of really high-end guilds that really wanted to push World first went Horde at the time, right? So over time, you ended up with the highest, best, most elite players all on the Horde, right? And that means that once you got to a certain level of rating on Alliance, if you really wanted to join a World First guild like Midwinter or Limit or what have you, you know, whatever it was back then, it was Death and Taxes, things like that, you joined the Horde side, right? So it created this cycle of people that got really serious about raiding would go Horde, right? So over time, that developed an imbalance. So you got more and more high-end raiders on the Horde side, less and less on the Alliance side. Eventually, Blizzard did go back and they rebalanced the racials so that like there's not really an advantage over one or the other. And you could even say that like Alliance has some better racials, like Shadowmelt's really good, you know. But by then it was kind of too late, and it kind of created this critical mass where again, just like there's so many better raiding guilds, so many better high-end M plus guilds on the Horde side, and not enough of that on Alliance, right? So that means that for every, you know, one Mythic Raider you have on the Alliance side, there's 10 really good Mythic Raiders on the Horde side. Yeah, it means it's easier to find guilds, it's easier to find groups for dungeon groups, etc., etc., etc. So we were thinking with the storyline of BFA about how it's like the Horde and Alliance are fighting, and then we learn to come together or whatever, that they were finally open up cross-faction in-game content, which is what they really need to do for the long-term health of the game. They need to make it so that you can, if you play, you can play with Horde, you can play with Alliance, whatever. Then you could really pick a faction based on just whatever you like and have access to the same high-level M+ and rating community. Problem is, they decided they're just not going to do that. So currently, like if you go and you look at Raider.io or you look at Warcraft logs, you can see like all the top guilds are Horde, like at like literally like a 10-to-1 ratio if you're looking at the highest level players. And we only expect that to get worse in Shadowlands since they're keeping the faction divide as a thing. So one of the problems with raiding Alliance is we have a much smaller pool of players to pull from, right? So a lot of times when we're raiding, we're struggling just to get bodies online to raid, you know? So maybe we end up keeping someone in the raid team that's not quite as good, you know? Maybe they're making more mistakes, but we literally have no one to replace them with because they're all we have because there's so few Alliance players. So that's really the main thing is we want to go Horde for the next expansion so that we have access to that top high-level rating and M+ community and can, you know, more seriously progress ourselves.
Don't be in such a rush.
Which, like I said, it's this chain reaction kind of vicious cycle thing that, like, the more guilds that recognize that and go Horde, the less there is an Alliance to create a raiding community out of, you know. That's what we've seen throughout the course of this expansion. At the end of Legion, there were several daytime Alliance raiding guilds. There's Air, there's Vigilant, there was Light Below Zero was one that I was in, Velocity. And all of those guilds either transferred Horde side or died. And now Swell is literally the only, I mean, not the only, there are a couple other Mythic raiding guilds, but we are literally the number one Alliance Mythic daytime guild. And we still haven't even killed Azeroth yet. We haven't even finished the tier. We're 11 out of 12. And I think that like the next highest daytime Alliance rating guild is at like 5 out of 12 or 3 out of 12. Like it's absurdly low, you know. We're essentially the only game in town because there's just no players. So we're going Horde so that we have access to more players is the plan. Although we're still discussing it. You know, I'm talking for the guild and I'm not an officer or anything. We've posed it as a poll to our raiders to see what they want to do. Most people are in favor of it. It's like a 60-30 split. But I've kind of decided for, you know, my sake and where I want to go with my WoW career and shit like that, that I'm ready to go Horde, you know, like, so I pretty much decided I'm going Horde. I think there's a good chance that the guild will as well. If not, then, you know, I enjoyed my time with them, but I'll, you know, find somebody else on the Horde side.
Let's be off to see Torque. But just remember to keep the noise down. I don't want to miss even one of his stories.
All right, go and see a turtle though.
What do you want now? Hester, someone else. What do I look like? A tour guide? I'm just here to listen to Torgus tales. Look, just keep going down this road. Don't wander off, and you'll find Torgus. He's a giant turtle.
Oh no! The turtle is dead. Oh no!
Torga! No!
Who did this to Torga? He only wanted to tell his story.
I will tell you who. The Blood Trolls. Follow me. We will make them pay. Zandala forever. Zandala will indeed.
Time to talk to old one someday.
I will do whatever I must to keep my people safe.
Want to speak to the soul of poor Torga. The soul of another lord. Then I give you Torga's spirit.
We are not going to play this game again someday. You want a lower spirit? Hyrik has already been killed. You go get that spirit. Vengeance for the fool.
Fire in that belly to lunch. But me help
We'll
you
trade
cost
stories
you.
next time. Yeah, I'm listening.
Hello. You're going to make a deal.
Well, look at that. The others are finally getting off their shells to come down.
About time. I thought we were the only ones who cared about Torga being dead.
Kisha, Slash, we're gonna take care of these pests chopping up Torga.
You should stay and help us figure out a plan. The blood trolls are too much for you to fight.
You're not the boss of anyone. We need to teach those butchers a lesson. Those things will be the death of you. They're nastier than the blood trolls we encountered on the last pilgrimage. What do you know? Stay here if you want. We're going ahead. I know every inch of the area.
Try and see if I can. He acts like he's built.
Ooh. Yee. Going inside the dead turtle. It's gruesome. They be interrupting my scroll, man. Poppin' ticks. pretty gruesome area, but ooh, Jungo. Ooh. Jeepers. Yeah, so it's a pretty gruesome area that we're in right now, inside of a big giant dead turtle. But I actually really like this color palette. It's kind of a weird thing to say, but like the pale green skies, like I don't know, it's kind of weird and otherworldly, which is why I play video games. I like seeing these impossible worlds. It's like this right here. Actually, I'm gonna take a screenshot. Just because, that sky is delightfully creepy and wistful. So whenever I play games, I try to always take screenshots of like really interesting areas, places that really stop and make me go, "Oh, look at that!" You know, by way of kind of like self-discovery. You know, figuring out like, "Oh, this is what really resonates with me visually." And these are the kind of things I'm into. And I've thought about like trying to do some paintings based off of it. You know, take some of my like favorite video game vistas and screenshots and paint them. You know, in my own style. Maybe I'll do it one day. Maybe not. Ooh, there we are. Another ding. Looks like we're gonna be 120 in no time.
Times change, and so must the zandalari.
Boots or cape? Boots. Okay.
Though I watch over
Don't be in such a rush. Keep it down.
Hey, Bon Samdi, what you got for us now, man? You'll be living up to your part of the bargain. Be ready to show you what remains of Torga's soul. I'm gonna need a little part of you to act as a conduit to be summoning Torga. Don't worry, I'll be giving you all back. Mostly. After we be done, I'll be heading out. You're always welcome to call on me again, but only if you got another deal ready. I love Bon Samdi, he's amazing. And now the best part, killing people and getting me more souls.
Toga, your spirit been needed here. Walk your head out your shell now.
Princess Talanshi, the blood trolls power jungle with my remains. Destroy the camps surrounding my corpse to weaken jungle.
Zandala forever. May from somebody see your enemies
Do you
before he
really need
sees
to talk to me?
Maybe I'll start reading quest text out loud. I like reading quest text when leveling because I'm a nerd and I like the lore and stuff.
Lashk, Kisha, do you have anything that might conceal our efforts?
Of course. I've got scrolls older than you are. Kisha, have a look through my stuff.
This could take all day. Princess, you don't realize how many scrolls this old timer has. Let's see. Scroll of Eternal Return sound right?
No. Did you even bother reading it? But, keep that handy. We'll need it when we're done with this mess.
Oh dear. This one looks like it's written in the whole god's language.
I never told you that story? Oh, it was amazing. Let's see, where to begin?
Focus. This is not the time for stories.
Fine. Here it is. Scroll of invisibility. This has to be it.
Ah, I knew I had that somewhere. This'll keep us hidden enough to sneak around the blood forest. Just stay close to me.
Good. Time to move. But remember, stay quiet. The last thing we need is you two getting captured.
So do I have to follow her or just go ahead and meet her?
I've seen things that would scare you shitless.
Scroll of Fate's hand. Aha, that's what I need. And then I gotta pop little blood bubbles. Dr. Pimple Popper. What's the range on this thing? Pretty close. Any other freebies that aren't near stuff I had to fight? Ah, here's one. Looking for pimples to pop. So this whole zone is pretty gruesome. I remember hearing some stuff about like how the game is censored in China because like I don't think you can show blood in video games there. I could be totally wrong about this, but so I'm really curious how they you know, how they show this zone when it's all about blood, you know? Alright. Need, what, 2 more blood bubbles to pop? Looking for some blood to pop. I think I could go right next to these boys while they're fighting. They won't mess with me, right? Oh, I am in combat, it looks like. Nope, they did notice me. Scurry! Or just turn around and kill them. This is what I was talking about, where I like being a hunter, because you can have your pet killing something while you're off doing a quest objective. Feels like cheating. Okay, man. Just need one more blood pool. Is there any that are super easy to get to? Yeah, this one only requires us to kill one dude, so we'll do it. Oh. Ooh, nice cave you guys got here.
What is it?
Scroll's been badly damaged. Ooh. I got some good news and bad news for you about this whole quest to destroy the Herald of Gahun. Bad news first. There's an entire army of skeletons between us and the next area. I'm guessing they used Torka's blood to animate them. Good news is the scroll you recovered from Holbrook can summon the powerful Hand of Fate. The bad news is that the scroll got damaged when Holbrook died and is only good for one more use. Take this scroll and destroy that skeleton army.
All done here?
Alright.
We had best move on and see what else the blood trolls are doing up ahead.
You know, I think we might actually kill this Herald of Gahun.
Oh, nice. Rochambeau you for it. My little Hand of Fate does rock, paper, scissors attacks. Rock, paper, scissors, man. Be a most deadly game.
What do you want now?
Princess Technology thinks we're almost ready to kill this Herald Gahoon. Maybe she's right. Maybe we're all dead. Who knows? What I do know is the blood trolls here are carving and carrying away parts of Torga. Ugh. From what I can tell, they're using poor Torga's meat to power the blood rituals. This has to stop. Go out there and steal those pieces of meat from the blood trolls. I'll figure out a way to dispose of it. Listen in and I'll be happy once we kill this herald and we can go have things back to normal. Until then, you need to deal with these monstrous blood trolls called skull crushers. Lovely, right? As far as I can tell, these things have some sort of connection to this herald. Might be why they're so huge. You kill these skull crushers and maybe we weaken this herald a bit more. Maybe it gets even angrier and kills us all. We have to see. I don't know. The voices, it's not really working, is it? We are so close to weakening this herald, Shananan. This is our final push. The nearby area is brimming with blood magic. While you're fighting, I was working on creating totems that can cleanse the area of the blood magic. Deck these totems and place them nearby. They should drain some of the blood magic out of the area. The herald should be weak enough for us to actually kill after this. Alright, so we are placing totems, stealing meat.
Prepared to destroy the herald of the blood god.
Yeah, we're coming.
Ooh, Juan Pablo Vaca Rodriguez has tuned in to the YouTube chat, and he has showered us with emojis. We have little dabs, we have little selfies, little fist bumps, little play buttons. That's a lot of fun. Thanks for tuning in, bud. Yes, Nibbler, I see my cat is wanting to come be part of the stream now. So it's time to take a cat break. Nibbler, you coming over here? What? Come on, bud. He just circles around me very slowly, knowing this is how it will end for him. That's right. This is my big boy. A big, giant, rotund gentleman. Oh, yes. He loves to be cradled like the baby. The baby kitty. Hey, man. Hey, Nibbler, man. You know I gotta be leveling. You know I gotta fight the blood trolls, man. How can I be fighting the blood trolls if you're in me lap? Alright, put you up, say hi to the stream, and let you go. Oh, hello, stream. Hello. Oh, you're massive. Oh. Still need a good bit of turtle meat. Like a lot, jeez. Ooh, they are about to kill my pet. Oh, this is bad news for old Shenanigan. In no team, man. Need more turtle meat. Even more turtle meat, man. Let's see, how far are we in here? Still need to find Kragwa and get his aid. There we go. All right, time to finish this chapter.
Fine, go. I have things to do. Keep it down.
The blood magic is dissipating from this place. It is time for us to strike before the blood trolls gain any more advantages. You get that lower meat yet? This is no way for Torga's remains to be treated, Shenanigan. I'll make sure this is properly destroyed. This is it, Shenanigan. The blood magic is weakened enough that we can actually hurt the Herald of Gohoon. It is going to take all of us fighting this team to stop it. We meet you inside Tortoga. We cannot lose here. If the blood trolls control Torga's blood, then there will be no way for us to stop them. Django's power is immense. It must be stopped before it can attack Zuldazar.
May your vestments be adorned with the skull. Let us begin. For Zandala and for Torga.
It's been ages since my heart burned with such fire for Torga.
Overconfidence shall be your undoing. Your power cannot protect you.
Stay hydrated, homies. Oh, well, wait. Water break. Water break. Hold on. Okay. Alright, now we can fight the big bad evil Herald of the Old Gods. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, he's got 5 sunders. Dodging the pink swirlies on the ground. Interrupting his spells. Bouncing around. Bop, wop, bop, wop, bop, 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 bop.
break.
Indeed. Let us return to the shrine.
Hooray! We did it. Oh man, again, just this color palette here is really kind of haunting, spooky. I love it.
I will do whatever I must to keep my people safe.
It is done, Shananan. The Blood Trolls no longer have the Blood of Torga as a resource to fuel their army. I know we were hoping to have Torga's aid, but at least we stopped the Blood Trolls. We must find Rokan and the others, along with Kragwa, if he's still alive. Eh? It looks like Lashk wants to ask something.
Loa, watch over you.
Don't be in such a rush.
Well, we did it. Doesn't make the plan we had any less crazy, but there's still one more thing left to do. I've been visiting Torga for years. He told me stories of powerful scrolls. One in particular, he said, was meant to be used to put a lower spirit to rest. I think you should be the one to read it. I mean, if you're smart enough to read it. Bah, just take the scroll and read it before I have second thoughts.
Alright. Let's put the spirit to rest.
I'll remember the stories you told me and share them with others.
And I'll make sure all our people know how bravely you stood against Gahoon.
I will not rest until Gahoon and the Blood Trolls are nothing but a memory. This I swear to you, Toga.
What in the name of...
Oh, did he get reborn?
That's my old turtle.
Oh, he's back. Oh, dang.
Incarnated.
Take good care of that Loa, Lashk. This hero and I need to seek out more help.
I guess we're in this for the long haul. Lashk and I have a lot to take care of if we're going to help. I even know where you can go find that troll friend of yours. And Kragwa. There's only one safe area in Nazmir that this Rokan and your other Horde friends could be in. Gloom Hollow. Lucky for you, it's also close to Kragwa's den. We used Gloom Hollow as a last stop on our pilgrimage. Make your way to Gloom Hollow along the path I've marked on your map, and tell any Tortolians along the way to meet us there. They'll be interested in seeing the end of this story. We'll make our way there and grab anyone else we can find. Alright, so we are off to Gloom Hollow. These quests go way faster with flying, as you can see. Where's Keisha? I thought she'd be here to give directions. Eh, what do you want? I'm ready to head home. There's nothing interesting happening here anymore. You all did what? I'm not missing this story. I'll head to Gloom Hollow. Dum, bum, 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 bum. Torga's dead, and now I got nothing to tell the others when I get back. Torga's dead, the Blood Trolls have overrun this place, the entire pilgrimage is ruined. There's no point in me staying here. Huh, well, I guess fighting a horde of Blood Trolls would be an interesting story. Fine, I'll go to Gloom Hollow. Don't think a lot of Tortolians want to hear the details of a dead and gutted Loa. What am I going to tell the others now when I get back? Ooh, this is a cool place.
What is the fate of Torga? What news from the Horde's reinforcements?
We still be waiting on the princess, but we did get a lead about the lower Kragwa. I've been listening.
Good to see you, Shananan. Princess Delange be telling me about Torga and the Tortolians. Guess we're lucky that we got something out of these. We be here, waiting on reinforcements from the Horde. The law be powerful, but we be needing soldiers if we gonna have a chance of stopping them Blood Trolls from building the giant of yours. If we not be able to destroy that thing before it be finished,
then Zulazar and all our people gonna be dead. We need the help of the Horde. Word of the situation already be sent to the Lord, to the War Chief. As soon as we be hearing her reply, we can move. Wait, what be that noise?
Don't be getting mixed up. What that noise be? I'll guard the princess. You go investigate.
Little rocket. Small message scrawled upon the side of the rocket. Attention, official message. If you are not of commander rank within the Horde, stop reading now. From Patch of the Gob Squad. My team's been sent to deliver some firepower so that our plan in Nazmir can proceed. We're bringing a cannon that will make short work of anything that stands against us. We're on the libation and are looking for an anchor point off the eastern shore. Send a guide to direct us to a deployment point. Okay, looks like we got some goblin fun about to happen.
Goblins. Of all the worthy units in the Horde, why the War Chief had to be sending us goblins? I'll be honest with ya, man. I be having little patience for goblins and their antics. Go meet with their leader and ensure that his crew and the weapon be ready for the assault. Zulazar gonna be overrun by the blood trolls if we fail. Good luck, Shananan.
Alright, let's see if we can find this little goblin boy. Ooh, looks like they're being attacked by a giant. Oh, looks like I'm being attacked by a pterodactyl. Okay. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Boy, this is a very persistent pterodactyl, huh? Yeah, okay, you just have to fight us, huh, Mr. Pterodactyl? Alright, well, didn't want to have to do this, but here comes the boom. Our mission was a disaster, a complete disaster. We were about to drop anchor when Naga swarmed the ship. The battle was hard, but we had the upper hand until a sea giant came out of nowhere. It beat the ship harder than a 4-man beats a lazy peon. Don't worry, Snan. We'll get this plan back on track. But first, we need to get the crew together. The goblin accent's not very good. Our mission is dead in the water unless we move fast. I found the perfect spot for a new base. While I secure location, I need you to rescue the team and bring them back. We trained for this 1,000,000 times. Just direct them to a rendezvous point and they'll find a way. We don't have much time though. Let's go. Look, the boss might be keeping the level head there, but we should show these Naga what happens when you mess with the God Squad. Don't you agree? The Naga are sending their behemoths to destroy what's left of our ship. Why don't you take my rocket launcher and make an example out of them? That'll send a message loud and clear. Alright, so we're blowing up behemoths and we're freeing little goblins. Here's one. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, they're gonna kill my pet. Oh no, oh jeez, oh jeez. Bad times for Shananan, let me tell you. We're gonna fight, boys. Man, my pet just dies so quick. Oh jeez, there it goes again. Okay. Whew. there's one of those behemoths we gotta blow up. Bloom. Woo.
Obviously, like, that's a privileged thing to complain about, but I was really excited about it. And that probably won't happen. Like, I was looking forward to it. You know?
What's over here? Oh, he's stuck in a barrel.
Yeah.
Being chased by a shark. Oh no.
Yeah. What to do? Yeah,
We got here. Gotta kill one more big brute.
trying to figure it out. I mean, that's why my mom's been watching Chris and Gavin,
Where be he?
because
Here we go.
daycare's all closed.
Great to see you all made it back in one piece. Thanks to... Hey, there's the guy of the hour.
There you go. Let's have a moment of silence for the not so dearly departed. And done. Look, I'll be honest with you. Our mech, the A-mod, was the best we've ever had made. It was mobile, it was powerful, it was one of a kind. What I'm trying to say is, without it, our whole plan is ruined. We had to salvage and rebuild it. That big oaf of a sea giant broke the A-mod apart and scattered its pieces all over the shore. Find its parts and I'll try to hammer them back together. While I was scouting out the area, I saw a big armored naga bossing the rest of the snakes around. Call it a hunch, but I'm pretty sure he's got a leader. As long as the naga have a commander, our operations here will be threatened. Take him out. Our ships are sunk, our ammon's gone, we've lost a lot on this mission, and the Bilgewater cartel don't offer insurance. The debt collectors will be all over us. We gotta make up for these losses. The beach is swarming with naga trying to collect artifacts from the ruins. How about we grab some of that treasure and make back our money? I'm sure we could find a buyer willing to take them off our hands. We'll split the proceeds 80-20. Sounds fair to me.
Only 80%? Ah, you could have gone way higher. Where's the queen?
Come on! 80% is plenty! Why push it if it's blowing a deal?
There's no thrill without the risk. Please, you more gambling.
I loved it.
Ooh. Aha, that's the guy I needed to destroy. Lord Slithin. Got those pots yet? Looks like you got everything at least. We've got the important stuff. Now we got a big repair job to do. Good job. That should take some of the heat off of us. Got anything for me? Nice haul. This should keep the cartel off our backs. My goblin voice is so bad. Is it so bad that it's good, or is it just so bad? We got the AMI back together. It's a fine piece of equipment, but we're gonna have to give it a tune-up. We don't want to end up digging shrapnel out of our ears. Lucky for us, there are a few Naga camps remaining along with the giant that broke the gun in the first place. They'll be great for target practice. We'll deploy the AMI just outside the building here. After we deploy, go man it. I'll have you fire a few rounds while I tune its gun. Everything will be fine, unless it isn't. Alright, checking actually the gun.
No, it is.
Oh, there's the cannons. I see them now. Any more over here? Yeah. It's gonna take a bit to get the gun chassis set up. We'll know lifting big heavy equipment could be so hard. In the meantime, why don't you go check back with your friends? Make sure everything's ready on their end. I'd hate to drive this gun into another ambush because they're not ready. Let's take the emergency rocket.
You have returned. You were gone longer than expected. Any trouble? Zandalari will
How you doing, money?
over here. This one the engine.
Careful now. Your wolves be big.
Oh, look at these cool little frog totems. I like them. frog.
Another skull for me collection! My sisters will avenge! Serve us well. Already lost.
There we go. Cragwell, you over here? Cragwa the Huge. I love his title. Ooh, level 118. We're getting there. I love Kragwa. Oh, hi there, Will on the YouTube stream. Says, haha, sorry, it's just too, I'm guessing, stinky or cringe. I'm not sure what that emoji that is, but yeah, I agree. I'm assuming it's in reference to my voices. I've since chilled out on
My
those.
parents posted a picture from a boat today, and I'm like, I sent my mom a picture. I made bread with beer, and I sent her a picture of the bottle of Blue Moon next to my friend, and she sent me back a picture of basically a full bar that she has. No. And I was like, okay. Because sometimes I'm like, are you putting too much? Like, no, I'm putting. I'm having trouble with like. Let's not make that happen. Where do they are? But I'm like, she's been going to her boyfriend's house, so I'm like, as if he needed me to. Like, yeah, yeah, like her boyfriend lives with like has roommates, and I'm like, disgusting. But I hated him. Like, I mean, never, like, yeah, the only relationships I have will be those that I choose or create. The ones, you can create. I might not want them as roommates, but it's only fair, you know? Like,
Well, dead hippos.
my parents, they thought that, uh, did I tell you guys about my boyfriend?
Still need one more glowfly.
He actually, like,
Oh, there's one right there.
yeah, I'm like, please stay
Never
your
mind, he
ground.
is bugged. Bugged.
But yeah, we like him. He's living, he's living at her house, and he's helping with bills, which is good because I don't think she would have been able to. I think she would have had to move back in with my parents because of all this if he wasn't there. Yeah, he's helping her. I'm like, if they get through this stressful time, then everyone will. But like,
Oh, this is awesome.
Like they might like usually they go on a cruise, and I'm like, especially now that Thanksgiving, they're not able to go on a cruise. Might have to, I might have to take advantage of that. Although I reserve the right to back out and say never mind. I can't. I have to wait until Thanksgiving is over.
Our foes flee before us.
Amazing. This is why we're going Horde.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Challenge accepted. I have some frozen meatballs. Who knows what I'm gonna do? Maybe I might make some french fries. What else do you do with potatoes? Yeah.
All right.
Like I shouldn't have spoken. Yeah.
Looks like we're almost done with this zone storyline. And there's be one more.
How much longer?
Ah, there you are. I just heard Mutamba's report. It seems you two had quite an adventure. I fight to protect those who cannot protect themselves. May your vestments be adorned with the skulls of your enemies.
Fine, go. I have things to do. Have any good stories?
All right, I think we're gonna cut it there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. When we get back, we might actually reach level cap. All right.